So I'm currently sitting in a parking lot. It's been a really trying week for me. The struggle of being a stay-at-home mom is real. I have 3 kids, 3 boys. I have a 5-year-old, a 2.5-year-old, and a 6-month-old. 6-month-olds, well, they're babies. They cry, they poop, they pee, and it's okay because that's what babies do. And then I have a 2-year-old, a 2.5-year-old. He's nonverbal. He doesn't speak words. He babbles a lot, but he doesn't say real words. I think sometimes maybe he's trying to say real words, but it's not something that most people can pick up. And half the time, more than half the time, I don't even know what he's saying to me. I work with him constantly. I'm trying to get him in to speech therapy, but in the meantime, he does a lot of yelling, and like he goes like high pitch, like would put Michael Jackson to shame kind of squealing. It's most days by like noon I have a headache. A disclaimer, I love my kids to pieces. Everything I do is for my kids. My kids have made me into a better person. I changed everything about me once I became a mother. I love my kids. I'm thankful for my kids. I know I'm so blessed to have my kids. I love them, each and every one of them, but it's still hard. Being a stay-at-home mom, you are always with your kids. Most all day, every day, you're in your house, and that's difficult. Like, today I'm sitting in a parking lot, and I just got some Chick-fil-A because I've had such a hard week. Doesn't even explain the week that I've just had. My husband, bless that man, he works 6 days a week. He has a day and a half that he's not at work. So that means that the rest of the time it all falls on me. I don't have any help. Yesterday, my grandparents came and got the boys. I had a tree fell on my house, and they came over to make sure everything was okay. And they saw how overwhelmed I was, and they offered to take the 2 older boys, and that was great. I'm getting off the subject, but anyways, point being, I stay at my house all day, every day. I don't have any help. I have a nonverbal 2-year-old, a 5-year-old that asks 5,000 questions before lunchtime, and a 6-month-old that is very needy. Like, I can probably count on my fingers how many times I've left my kids alone with my husband. I don't leave. The only time that I ever leave my kids with people is I'll leave 2 of them with somebody else so I can take 1 of them to the doctor. That's it. Occasionally, like once every month and a half or so, I'll leave them all 3 with somebody so I can run and go get my nails done for 45 minutes. But that's it. I know how hard it is to take care of my kids. So I feel bad for doing it to other people. And I know that my husband, he is their father. And yeah, but at the same time, he works 6 days a week. On his day off or whenever he's at home, I don't want to just overwhelm him with the kids because I know what it feels like. I hate leaving my kids with other people. Partly because I have major control issues, and I like to know what they're eating, what they're drinking. I'm pretty strict whenever it comes to parenting. I don't like a lot of sugary drinks. Any juice that they get is half water. I don't do a lot of like candy and snacks. And I know that other people like to spoil them. Okay, that's fine. And I know that it's good every once in a while, but I also know how hard it is to take care of my kids, especially with Landon being a 6 months old and Cade being 2.5 and not speaking. Daniel, he helps out a lot. He just asks a lot of questions. I hate when people say, oh, you're so lucky you get to be a stay-at-home mom. You get to watch your kids grow and you don't have to work. Half the time, I wish I did work. I know I'm lucky that I get to stay at home with my kids. I know that I'm so blessed that I get to stay at home and watch them grow and watch all of the new things that they do. But do you realize how hard it is to stay at a house and not have any adult interaction? all day until your husband gets home at like 6 o'clock, and by that time it's 2 hours till bedtime. I don't even think that he fully understands it, and it probably is because I never leave him at home with the kids alone. But I don't feel like anybody gets it unless you yourself are a stay-at-home mom. People do not understand how hard it is to be a stay-at-home mom. People are just like, oh, well, you just get to stay at home and watch cartoons and talk to your kids and watch them grow, and you can do whatever you want. Yeah, no, you can't. I can't tell you the last time I showered. Most days, I don't even get to eat lunch. I make my kids their lunch, I get them down for a nap, and by that time, Landon's awake and he's ready to do his tummy time. Because that's pretty much the only time that I can put him on the floor, because Cade is really hyper and it could go bad real quick. And then by the time that Landon's calmed down from his playtime and ready to take a nap or relax, the other boys wake up. And people can say, oh, well, you knew what it was like to have kids. You're the one that decided to keep having kids. Yada, yada, yada. I know. Having kids was my husband's decision. That's what we decided to do. And we don't regret having kids. It's just hard. Being a stay-at-home mom is rough. Have I said that enough in this video? It is rough. You don't even know. Unless you yourself is a stay-at-home parent, you don't know how difficult it is. And my husband, he's great. Like I said, works 6 days a week, only gets a day and a half to be with the family, and he spends all of his time either at work or with us, and he is amazing for that. Most days, I don't have time to clean my house. I don't have time to clean myself. And I am one of those people that definitely believes that children, the first couple years of life, need their mommy at home. I believe that being a stay-at-home mom is what's best for the kids, at least, you know, until they get to school age. And I believe that most stay-at-home parents out there do not get enough praise for what they do. Being a stay-at-home mom is the hardest job that I've ever done. Being a stay-at-home mom, it is so hard not to lose yourself in being a mom. And you kind of forget that you are your own person and that you're not just a mom. So if you're feeling like that, if you are a stay-at-home mom, you're amazing. Because it's rough. And you still are more than just a mom. And if you are a guy out there that has kids or is dating someone with kids, take some time out and really appreciate what they do. Tell them thank you. Give them a break to go sit in a bubble bath. Just tell them to go get their nails done. Just make sure that they know that they're appreciated, because it is so overlooked. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard from my husband, and I'm not bashing my husband. My husband is amazing, but I will be telling him my frustrations from the day, and he says, well, that's your job. Okay? But my job never ends. You get to leave your job, and you get to come home and relax. And my job, I don't get to come home and relax because I'm already at home and I don't get to relax. You get to make money at your job, whereas I don't get to make money. I don't have any spending money. Are you kidding me? I do get paid in kisses. Can't complain there. Love my cuddles, love my kisses, love my boys. I don't deserve bathroom breaks? Like, are you kidding me? Even at the worst jobs ever, you still get bathroom breaks? I don't get that. Let me try and go to the bathroom and shut the door. No. At your job, you get days off. I don't get that. At your job, you get to talk to other people, adults. You get to even just ride in a car on your way to work by yourself. You could choose to turn on the radio, or you can choose to ride in silence. For however long it takes you to get to work, you have the choice to sit in silence. I don't get that. At your job, you get a lunch break. I don't get that. At your job, you get sick days. Not me. It doesn't matter if I'm puking. My kids still need diaper changes to be fed. They need baths. And guess what? That's my job. That's what I do. At your job, you probably get vacation. Or better yet, paid vacation. I don't get no vacation. All of this stuff aside, like I said, I love my kids. I would not trade my kids for anything. I would not change anything about my kids. I wish that I could help Cade to speak, but that's just my Cade, and I love him the way he is. I love my Daniel despite the thousands of questions I get within minutes of waking up. I love my Landon despite his grumpy moods when he's got tummy issues. And if I could, 5 years ago, take a glimpse into what my life is now and see how hectic and crazy it is, I still would not change not one single thing about any of it. Share this video with any other mamas you know. Give this video a like if you related to it at all. Comment down below and tell me your struggles. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.